and I am a trained government remote viewer. I was part of a secret program that has not been declassified yet. I use these skills that I acquired under pretty awful conditions to help having to do with bringing to the table additional information um, about life on planet Earth, how to make it easier. The Buddha said that the basis for human misery was ignorance, and ignorance is a lack of information. With my skills, I bring to the table new information, more information, piece it together when I see people's auras changing as they do things, as they do mantras, um, as they do their everyday chores. Um, Today, again, Monday through Friday, we're doing peace mantras. And I need to explain something to you so that you can see that this is not a waste of time and this is not the usual metaphysical, theoretical get together. We're not just assuming that mantras work. We're not just assuming that sensory therapy works. Because of our remote viewing skills, we have documented the changes in people as they are doing mantras and as they are doing mantras together with sensory therapy. What is sensory therapy? Sensory therapy is a series of videos that we put together that I'm sure everybody's going to be doing very soon, which are images, specific musical notes and sounds that whose intention is to create a change. In this case, obviously a positive change. The spirits use images as marketing tools. They can push us different places by flashing images in front of us because they know that images is the way we start the process of creation. So these music videos, which you'll see one in a few minutes, each one was chosen very carefully in terms of the images and also in terms of the musical notes and the sounds to support either a reduction of the fire element, which is what's too high today, which is why people are suicidal, depressed, frustrated, angry, ready to go to war, going to war, etc. And the images that reduce the fire, such as glaciers and cold water, and it's very beautiful. So let me show you with a person doing the peace mantra that we're going to be doing together now. This is what the person looked like before they did any mantra, before they listened to the video and looked at the video with these images. As you can see on the text, she's not doing a mantra, there's no sensory therapy. Her mind streams, many of them are black, which means she's massively depressed, which she totally accepted when she saw the sketch. Here, we had her doing the depression mantra. Even though I'm depressed, I love and accept myself. It's like a vacuum cleaner. It's not an affirmation. It's a vacuum cleaner. So she did the depression mantra. Even though I'm depressed, I love and accept myself. No sensory therapy video. Okay? Her mind streams, many of them were better. They went from this to this simply by doing a minute and a half of a mantra. Then we had her do the world peace mantra, which is what we're going to be doing in a few minutes, which is, please God, help me with my intention that there be a miraculous solution to the fear and hate, because war and a lack of peace it's based on fear and hate. She did that mantra, which you repeat in silence, which we will do in a few minutes, no sensory therapy. And then we had her repeat. First, let's go here. So look how nice the sketch is. This was her right before when she was just doing the vacuum cleaner mantra for depression. And then she goes within a minute and a half, 2 minutes to this. Those are congestions. No, those are particles of chi, which are a division of water, air, fire, and earth, perfectly balanced in one unit. It's also, the chi is also called the guard particle. The 4 elements, perfectly balanced as one unit. She's doing the mantra for world peace, no sensory therapy. Now let's go to the last one. I'm sorry, I got a little confused there. This is the last one. She's doing the same mantra for world peace, but She's got the Mantrista Trilling Sensory video on. Look how there is now a line around the canopy of mind streams, which is protecting her from that spirit that's at the top right. Look at how her throat now has new mind streams extending from it. And look how her heart chakra is opening up even more. These 4 sketches were done in under 7 minutes. My conclusion, mantras work. The definition of a mantra is a device that liberates the mind, and what it liberates is the mind strings, which channels the human mind, plus an environment that is supportive. Why am I saying environment? Because that music video is not within her mind, it's outside of it, but it supports her intention for world peace. So we are going to start with that now. Those mind streams, by the way, channel Amrit, which is A-M-R-I-T, which is a nectar that's described as immortality. And it's channeled and comes in from what my research shows from the top, drops into a center axis, which is the causal body, and then it goes into those 72,000 mind streams. The center that it drops into, the causal body, is the fundamental structure of the universe. That's the book that I'm finishing editing to get it out to you. So these sessions that we are having have been very short. They've been half an hour. And each time I'm explaining the same thing over and over again from a different angle. I start the same, I start different, because I am going to get to the point where I'm going to be able to say it very simply and people are going to be able to actually take it in. My conclusion until now is that this is like just such a big leap from where we're at to where we are going to be once we incorporate this other dimensional information and discoveries. The leap is so big that you just can't take it in at one time. To actually accept that those 4 sketches, which denote different configurations of the mind, and the mind creates reality because intention creates reality through the mind, to accept that you can actually do that in less than 7 minutes is not easy. It wasn't easy for me. I sat on these sketches for several months and didn't put them out there because it was almost like this is too much, and I've been working with this for 30 years. So, but you are going to be the judge, not in terms of you being able to tell what your strings are doing, but you will be able to tell how you feel. So before we start the session, why don't you please check on a scale from 1 to 10. 1 denoting feeling horrible, and 10, you feel great. Where are you at right now? Don't let me know. Don't put it in the chat. Where are you now? Because you should do that again at the end of the session and see how much better you feel. Then there is an actual photograph that can tell you what your frequency is now. And if you look at it again at the end of the session, whether your frequency got better, because you will see more gold in the photograph. Same photograph. So this is the photograph, and you may remember it. This is the famous controversial gold dress. What are you seeing now? It was constructed gold and white. But when this came out about 8 years ago, a lot of people saw it bronze and blue. And yet the dress in their hand in front of them in a photograph was gold and white. Why? Because your vibration determines your reality. I saw that gold and white. Of course, I'm so spiritually evolved. But one day, when that all happened years ago, I glanced at the dress and it was bronze and blue. And I was like, wait, what happened to the photograph? I mean, obviously, it's not the same photograph. It was the same photograph. So what was the difference? Because I stopped and I went, why? And I had had a rage attack, which I was prone to years ago. I went into a rage. It was legitimate, but still, I lowered my frequency and my vibration. So I could not see the gold in the dress anymore. And that is what's happening on the planet today. We have already, the golden age is coming into planet Earth, but it can be right there and you not even see it and not being able to take the opportunity that it offers because your vibration is low. So you should take that dress, you'll find it on the internet, print it up, put it on your refrigerator and in your bathroom, in your bedroom, and be looking at it. And every time you go by it, check and see where you're at. And if you notice that one day you're not seeing it gold and white, then maybe that day you shouldn't make any big decisions. Maybe that day you shouldn't take important phone calls because your frequency is low. And you're going to create your reality at that level. So this little exercise for world peace, which is really for peace, is going to help you to make better decisions and to have better relationships. Don't go on that first date if all of a sudden that dress is no longer gold and white. Reschedule. Don't set out anything that's important if you're not seeing it gold and white, because you're creating a reality that's lower than you're going to create when you can get that dress back up to the color it's supposed to be, which is a brilliant gold and a brilliant white. Let's go ahead and start with the mantras, and then afterwards you will have the opportunity. Oh dear. Excuse me a second, as I opened up so many documents that, okay, here we go. So the peace mantra, which I'm putting up in both languages, English and Spanish, is what you saw in the remote viewed sketches a few minutes ago. What do you do with a mantra? You repeat it in silence. You expel the breath through your mouth. Hopefully you're seated very nicely with both feet on the floor, and you could try the Apana Mudra, which is the 2 center fingers touching your thumbs, and you'll notice your breath will get deeper, and then put the back of your hands on top of your thighs. And repeat this in silence, no mouthing of the words. And I am going to put on the same Fox Sensory Therapy music video that we used in those sketches with the miraculous changes. So here we go. And if you have any changes, you're welcome to put them in the chat so that everybody can see what's going on with you. If you want to ask a question, probably should wait until the end, because I will be doing the mantras with you. Okay? So, from 1 to 10, how do you feel? And how does the dress look compared to how it looked in the beginning? Now, some people take a long time to do whatever it is necessary to have the dress look gold and white. It has to do with a lot of things. But the incredible thing is that many people during one of the sessions can go from seeing the dress blue and bronze to seeing the dress in gold and white. These sessions work. I feel much more relaxed, a lot less stressed. I started out extremely stressed. If you were here from the beginning, you should have been able to notice it. So I'm going to put up again the sketch of the person that in under 7 minutes went from looking like this to looking like this. And we would love to see you back here. But if not, just know mantras work, cost-free, efficient, used for centuries, and you should try and incorporate them in your life. And we'll be here again Monday through Friday. Until when? Who knows? The world seems to be getting more tense by the minute, and certainly we are at the place of maximum coming together of everything, which is supposed to create some kind of an ending, some kind of an ending and then a unification. And so we will see you again tomorrow at 7. And thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it.